'Cause you know me through and through. When you are around, I see the stars come out for you. If we gon' set this fire, we gonna do it right, yeah. We keep it burning higher. We're gonna light this whole place up. And you know, when I'm with you, I am alive, alive. You make me feel you all the night, tonight. You're giving me hope, and it's everything I need. I don't wanna go, I don't ever wanna sleep. If we gon' set this fire, we gonna do it right, yeah. We keep it burning higher. We're gonna light this whole place up. And you know, when I'm with you, I am alive, alive. You make me feel you all the night, the night. You pull me in, you make me shine, shine. You make me feel you all the night, the night. I can't help me dreaming now. I hope that I won't wake up. I can't help me dreaming now. I hope that before the sun goes down. I can't help me dreaming now. I hope that I won't wake up. I can't help me dreaming now. I hope that before the sun goes down. When I'm with you, I am alive, alive.
Space!
You make me feel you all the night, the night. You pull me in, you make me shine, shine. You make me feel you all the night, the night. Help me dreaming now. Before the sun goes down, you pull me in, you make me shine, shine. You make me feel you all the night, the night. I can't help it. I can't help it.
Hi. Sorry I'm a bit late, chat. For my unscheduled stream. Yes, I'm late anyway. Praise the goose. Honk.
Welcome to the ASOT Vehicle Retrieval System.
I'm so cooked today, chat. I only am. Brain no worky goodly. Praise the goose. Seems fair. Hello, Turnabell. Hello, Hudson Hawk. Hello, Heafish. Hello, McGrady. How the heck's everyone doing today? Oh, this is PTU. This is PTU. The new hammerhead armor. I think I have a hammerhead on the scout. I think. It also feels like they've touched up lighting again. He's on the list. Ah, yeah, for sure then. In that case, I shall.
Welcome to the ASOT Vehicle Retrieval System.
Apparently it's gold standard now, so I got a few status update. They're just probably gold standard on the Hammerhead just means it got the interior update for buttons and interaction points. Also, like component access and fuses, because the fuses have been in the Hammerhead for ages, but component access has been awful. It also probably has its full armor application. I don't know if it means variants. I actually wouldn't be against Hammerhead variants. I think that could be a very cool option. Like you've got the current one, which is the 4 guns per mount, the 4 size 4s. It'd be interesting if they gave us like, I don't know, twin size 5 mounts options, or I don't know, just different. A railgun lance build? Oh, interesting. That'd be surprising though, because it would dilute the sales of the Idris. Yeah, I don't know how I've lost this crafting bench. I can't even remember what it's called right now. Or the actual item name. Well, I mean, the current expectation for the patch vehicle is going to be the Aurora Mark II. Because they went through and they renamed the Auroras as Mark I with this patch. Also, on their socials, they did post a photo of the cockpit of an Aurora, like looking back at the seat of it. Attack Cat, hello there. Well, it's an Aurora-style vehicle. I can't find it. Just new crafting. Well, I would be, but I can't find my crafting table right now. Mostly because I'm a bit of an idiot. Okay, without the a bit part. I'm a lot of an idiot. What is the name of the crafting table? Under utility, fabricator, fab. Oh, there it is. Ready make item fabricator. Nice, thank you. It could be the people reading too much into it, but the statements of working on a similar build to the Hammerhead and Jared's comments about sharks with lasers on it. Sharks with freaking lasers on it. They're interesting. Giving us a an escort class railgun. Would be interesting. Dismantle a cube. Okay. I'll get rid of my stupid head for a second. So you can see I've got just one blueprint to start with. Field recon suit. Nope. Sidearms and P4. No bodysuit. Like no undersuit. That's odd. Hook. That's not right. Come on. Where'd you... Fine, I'll just do the swappies. I was going to try to just... On it goes. Up. There. Oh, can I not interact with that? There we go. Okay.
Just listen. That's the way computers talk to each other.
Do-do-do. Yeah, PTU. Sorry. Was there just a patch?
On the outside looking in, not knowing where I've been, traveling through light and sound. I want to know the real world, to verify reality. I just want to be found. I just want to be found.
What? People are saying something is downloading. It says it's up to date. I get it the long way, apparently. New 4.7 PTU bills incoming shortly. Let's see what we got. The game just works. Well, there's a patch. Perfectly timed patch from Wacka Wacka. New 4.7 patches are released and now available to test in the environment. So, just if you didn't know, he uploads these before they are published, which is why the timing doesn't look correct. But it's just because they're uploading the patch notes before they actually go push the patch. Testing focus, stability bug fixes LTP between PTU releases, Operation Breaker Station and QB Breaker Station applications, inventory rework, crafting, fabricator and blueprints, engineering updates, radar assisted targeting, and the Nick social stations. $8.98 jump is apparently causing big issues. Oh. Bug fixes. Operation Breaker Station polish, inventory redesign, crafting, VMA support for radars, vehicle management app, blocked switching of gimbal mode outside of the appropriate operating modes. Thruster adjustments for Corsair 400i and Constellation of Killer to bring them closer to intended values. Oh no! Updates to increase armor health for heavy fighters, Aegis M and other ships, including the Mustang Alpha, 100 series, 400i, M50 raft ship. Oh, interesting. Finish fixes. Players with the mission interacting with aspects of the mission can block the flow. Some craftable items will show as an item box instead of the actual item. Adagio holding. Some claim ships not present after arriving at location. Pressing reset all changes, undo, and reset all changes again breaks their hair customization. Oh. Running facility freight elevator and local inventory do not function, potentially fixed. Ship choices don't matter. It is. It really is. Aurora ES headlights are always on. That's an important fix. Is Farah a bit quiet? No, Farah's a bit quiet because Farah has a headache and is really, really irked about my skin issues at the moment because it's making me really itchy and irritable. Probably just talking quiet. Yeah, just talking quiet. That's all. I have to leave headroom for when I'm being loud, basically. Hey, you choosing? How you doing? NPC ships can destroy themselves by flying into objects in many mission locations. What? They've potentially fixed that? No way. What? No way. Sangripa, how are you? Okay, so it's little fixes. Updated all mined materials to be stackable. Addition of Nix ores to refinery kiosks. Change of minables inventory at levels at stores. Further fabricator UI and icon updates. Disabled ability for player to push the fabricator. Disabled tractor beaming if the fabricator door is open. That's a fantastic change, by the way. Not being able to accidentally pick up the fabricator when you try to put something into it. Great. Oh yeah, they do nothing but potential fixes here. Attack Cat. It is never declared as definitely fixed. They've learned that lesson. Like back when I used to be a complaints manager for a computer company, I would never commit to anything. You would never get a guarantee from me. Editor to open the door as the player looks themselves inside the fabricator. I'm not sure how that wasn't already there, but that's an important one. Added large amounts of ammo blueprints to mission rewards, adjusted armor crafting times, refinery UI silent layering adjustments, show underlying content. Tired Farrell's again as I was cooking. Well, there you go. I shouldn't be tired, but I don't know I am. But I really shouldn't be tired.
Every time I try to talk about a situation, confusion. You know that I can treat you better. And all of these years I've wasted. You always come running back over and over.
Oh dear. I don't know why it's verifying so incredibly slowly. But it wasn't pushing the update to me. Not sure why this takes so long at the moment. Like, a verify files just seems to take forever. Now it's downloading at 2 megabytes a second. Current target download speed is all of it. Just give it the beans. Brr. Pharaoh's earlier stream threw me as well. No, oh, Pharaoh's stream. It must be about time for lunch. Hey. Oh, that's fair, actually. I'm sorry for streaming early. I won't do it again. I will do it again.
Wanna let you loose inside my brain to see if you would run or stay. Dangerous waiting for you. Dangerous waiting for you. My love. Dangerous waiting.
Looks like the way the update's also open to wave 3. So even more people have access now. Revenge! What's revenge? No! I don't like that. Rude. I'm on Sriracha. That's not Sriracha. Zesty.
I wanna know you. Wanna feel how fast my heart would beat if you were close to me. I wanna show you. Wanna let you loose inside my brain to see if you'd run or stay.
There we go. You're helping. Is that the word you're looking for? I don't think that word means what you think it means. Yeah, Patch is downloading. I'm just going to get the mail because I just saw the mailman cruise past. Back in a moment. Oh yeah, look at that thing go. Event shirt. Yeah, it is. Couple of paracetamol to make the bill that I just got hurt less. Yeah, how it goes. Oh, mail. Bill. Also happening today is Stella Fortuna. Stella Fortuna. Wow, good wording, me. I love how they call it in here. It's like Stella Fortuna. And then in the actual link, it's like St. Patrick's Day. Apparently. Is introduced a community competition. They're advertising the Andia and Atmo esports events, including this fun. Yes, this fun's the Atmo esports event. They've got an event going right now where if you do Arena Commander Racing, like classic race mode, you get a free Origin Geo Corso helmet at the end of the festivities. At the end of the facilities. If only I had a brain. Doo 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 doo. Anyway, still a style. Pull ahead with new fast-paced Fortuna frenzy with this new star hitting in Mirai Racing and Murray Cup paints. They're doing bundle packages at the moment. The Duelist Lucky starter package comes with the Sick Mohawk armor set. 350R as a racing combo with a 350R armor set. Star Kitten with the Saber Peregrine. Star Kitten with a new Nox skin. So these two skins are brand new. That armor set is new. The Pulse LX set they're reselling. The Fury LX set they're reselling. The Razor, that's I think it's a legacy skin. I think it's been around for a bit. It might not. That might be a new skin. Murray Cup set being sold again. And then you can actually buy them just as individuals as well. And you can buy the skins as separate ones as well. Yeah, you can buy the skins separately. Like $10 and $6. So me being the perfectly reasonable person that makes great financial decisions that I am, have already bought the Star Kitten paint for the Nox and the Star Kitten paint for the Saber. Because of course I have. And they're doing upgrade bonuses to the Vanguard Harbinger, which got an update that gives it gimbals in the nose mount. And the Redeemer, which is now cheaper in-game. So there's that. Ultimate Racing Fortuna Collection. $4,000. What is in their Ultimate Racing Collection that makes it $4,000? Fury LX Fury. I guess? M50, yeah. Saber Peregrine, yeah. Nox, yeah. 50R, yeah. Razor, Pulse LX and Pulse. Mustang Gamma, Mustang Alpha. Why is there an Alpha in there? Why would you ever race in the Alpha? Anyway, Archimedes and an Emerald. Again, why would you have two different versions of the same ship? Don't know, but there you go. C2 Hercules. I guess to move it around. Connie Phoenix Emerald. Okay, that's why it's expensive. Combined with the C2 Hercules. Oh, and a 600i and a 400i. The Ursa Fortuna, which goes with the Constellation Phoenix. The Mercury Star Runner. for reasons. I couldn't tell you why you get an MSR in this kit. That's a bit odd. Anyway, 400 die, 600 die, Cyclone racing variant Hammerhead. Huh. The first time you can get a CCU to the Connie Emerald Figures. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that we're doing a CCU to it. Because that thing was always hull limited for no specific reason. Star Kitten Peregrine, let's go. I've got a giveaway for it later. Redeemer and Hoplite. Again, though, this is a very confused lineup. It's like a racing focused lineup. Here's a Hammerhead and a Redeemer and a Vanguard Hoplite. Like, I can kind of make sense with the 400i to carry the Nox around and the 600i to carry around like ground vehicles and small snubs, and the Constellation Phoenix to put the Archimedes into, and the C2 to bring around ground vehicles. It's like Redeemer, Vanguard Hoplite, and Hammerhead is just odd. You heard nothing, Sandgroper. You heard nothing and no nothing. That ain't right. That's one. Dark Kitten? You got the blue and yellow racing style paint. The Murray Cup one. The Murray Cup one's pretty good. Boop. In the M50. I think they've sold that package before, honestly. Like the Murray Cup skin I've seen on the Mustang Gamma and the M50, like this skin. But it's the first time we've had it on the Nox and the Peregrine. Those are two new skins, and I think the M50 skin the Razor skin might be new. I think that's a new skin. I'm not really sure. Anyway, there's an Argo Atlas LTI package if you want one. Drawing on Sunday. Yeah, there you go, Mustang. Oh, and the Archimedes. Interesting. Very interesting. The Atlas one, yeah, that's running now. I don't particularly like the coloring on that undersuit. Meh. Yeah, it's not the Star Kitten. It's for an Atlas. It's for an Atlas LTI package. So it's a great token to upgrade from. Also, it's just a really useful thing to have. You like the Stella better than the Emerald? The Stella. Wonder what the Stark Hidden bundle is. Stella Green versus Indian Green. Okay. Yeah, the Fortuna paints are quite nice. Like, I like it on the 400 series. I think it looks good on that. I actually quite like it on the 600i as well. That's quite a nice coloring. That is a nice coloring on the 600 series. I dig it. You like the Nox paint? Okay. Yeah, the Nox one looks... that one, the Stark Hidden one? I bought that. Well, I bought the skin for the vehicle. I haven't bought the vehicle. Because I think $60 for a hover bike is a bit rough. Especially with how rough they are to fly. That said, I do already own that package. So, there's that too. Hammer hitting green. Don't know how I feel about that one. A Nox Stark Hidden paint? Yeah, there's a Nox Stark Hidden paint and a Saber Stark Hidden paint. The Nox one and the Pulse one are both $5 for the paints, and the Saber one is $9. Connie Phoenix Emerald. Interesting. You can upgrade to it. It's like they've listened to us at last. Then again, I hate the interior. Yeah, Star Kitty Saber Raven. Yeah, good, right? And the Emerald P72. Emerald P72 has been around before. Emerald P72 has been around a couple of times before. I think we even got a buyback for the P72 Stella Fortuna version. That was a CCU, maybe the first time it sold. Yeah, I've never seen the ability to upgrade to a Constellation Phoenix before. Maybe they've done away with the Hull Limited, or it just isn't popular. The problem is you look at their Constellation Phoenix and it's $385 as an outright purchase without using War Bond, and then you look at the 600i and it's like $150 more expensive, but way nicer vehicle. The Hull Limited status has been removed. Yeah, don't think it's going to be for sale all the time, but it looks like it might have been removed as Hull Limited, which is good. I do think some vehicles should be Hull Limited, but I don't think it should be used as a FOMO tactic or on vehicles that doesn't make sense. Nope, I don't need it. I don't need it. No matter how much I want it. You done? Nope. Still going. And this Gideon bundle is very odd. This is the monthly bundle they're doing for March. And it's like this green and yellow rust themed skin package. Like a P6 LR with an immaculate scope in the same color because the wear hasn't been applied to it. And then adding even more meh to the shiv. And then the rusted armor look on the actual on the character skin as well. I don't know. More chances of Polaris Star Kitty paint in the future? Well, they've said that they'll do it if it makes sense or if the demand's there. And the answer is the demand is there because we're a bunch of meme lords. I bought this. Of course I bought this. I didn't buy this one. Eh. The moth I have complicated feelings about. It's downloading so slowly. Chat. So slow. I hope when we see the new battle cruiser they're launching, which is most likely going to happen during Invictus launch week, that they do a Star Kitten paint on that. Because there's a vehicle that definitely deserves the Star Kitten paint. Oh dear. Just waiting for it to update. Paying that bill I got by mail just earlier. But it's okay, I also got my Twitch paid out today, which was very nice. It was higher than I expected considering I was away for a bit of it, but it still paid my bill. That's so good. Paid, sweet. Okay, you know what? We're gonna sit down and we're gonna watch the FPS Q&A, because I haven't watched it yet.
I'm serious. Start the show. Go to camera. Go ahead. Go ahead. This entire...
Oh.
That's right. This entire spaceship... Go to the wide. This entire spaceship is... Oh, you can't see it in the wide. That doesn't work. The wide's the only shot you don't see anything. Go to the other cameras. Look at that. This entire spaceship is full of all this stuff behind them. Like, this is all my stuff. Yeah. There's very few stuff that actually belongs to CIG in this thing. These are all my things that I've collected over the years and stuff like this. It's one of the reasons, one of the big things, like when they said we were going to finally build the spaceship. And I'm like, great, I'm going to get so much of my stuff out of my house.
More storage space.
Which just freed up more room in my house to then get more stuff.
It's cheaper than paying for storage.
That's true.
Yeah. Now this is my new guy. We're not technically at 4 o'clock yet, so we haven't started. We're still on my time, people. Look at this guy. This is my newest guy. This came just today. Can we zoom in? Look at that. Nope. Nope.
Oh.
There it is. There it is. There.
Almost in focus.
This is my new meteor in disco paint. This just arrived this morning from the tremendous Policus.
It's less blurry in real life.
It's less blurry in real life. Actually, this might be your diabetes. This is actually crystal clear. You should get your glasses checked. All right, you can go back. But yeah, so anyway, I collect all kinds of stuff. I just got into those Lego modular buildings.
Oh yeah, they
Started building those Lego modular buildings, and then I took my Sesame Street and I bought a second Sesame Street and I combined them to actually make a Sesame Street modular building that goes inside the street with all the others. Mm-hmm. And then I've gotten crazy and then I've replaced all of the sidewalks with cobblestone now. So I found a third-party vendor that was selling me like 500 of the little bits, and so I've got all this multicolored cobblestone now instead of things. And I've just
Lego
designed
cobblestone?
Well, no, like little cobblestone Lego
Actual just
pieces.
cobblestone bits.
Just the 1x1 studs,
Right.
the studs and the flats and the circles and the squares and the different colors.
Yep.
You know, the sand blue, which is a lovely sand blue. Your shirt's like a sand blue.
Great.
Your shirt's like a lovely
There you
sand
go.
blue.
He's blending in.
But done the cobblestone, and then my next thing is I've just designed a new like Victorian style light post, because the lamp posts that come with those are kind of bad. So I'm going to replace all the lamp posts and stuff. So.
You just lock in with everything. You know what I mean? I've never seen you not fully 110% in something.
So.
Am I about to be told off?
No. About 2.5 years ago,
Yeah.
I availed myself of the wonderful NHS and whatnot,
Yeah.
and I went and got diagnosed. And, I'm going to my GP, but doing the thing, is like telling him about my whole life and how my life works and why I don't sleep and what this. And the guy listens to me for about 15 minutes, and then walks over to a little spindle, pulls out a little 3-panel pamphlet of hyperfocus ADHD, and hands me this pamphlet. And there is nothing more devastating than realizing this unique snowflake that you think you are is completely in a 3-panel pamphlet. It's just like, is this you? And I look at it and it's like the cheat code to my entire existence. And I'm like, oh.
Did you ever get on medication? Because I didn't want to, because I worried it would fix me.
No,
You know what I mean?
I'm not on any medication. Anybody that watches SCL regularly can attest to
Yeah, I was
that.
going to say, because what if you're not funny anymore?
Yeah.
Like,
But that hyperfocus, well, you've never been funny, so what's your concern?
I don't know. All right, projecting.
But the hyperfocus is the only way
Also, those pants are fire.
that I get anything done. All right, time to start the show? Yeah. All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Star Citizen Live Q&A, FPS combat and gameplay. I'm your host, Jared Huckabee. If you've never seen Star Citizen Live before, it's where we take about an hour out of the end of our week, invite our developers on, and make them answer a whole bunch of questions. Talk about various aspects of Star Citizen, its continuing development, why this doesn't work, where are you going with this. Basically, most topics are on the table, provided the guests on the show can actually speak to them. That's usually the hardest part. A lot of the questions that people like to ask are great questions, but they're for developers who aren't on the show this week. On the show this week, we have 3 members who work on various aspects of FPS-related combat and gameplay. Not just combat stuff. It's a lot of focus on combat, but FPS gameplay extends more than that. We'll talk about items and tchotchkes and stuff like that. So let's take a few moments to introduce our people who will do their best to answer your question, starting with the person immediately to my right. Luke, tell everybody who you are and what you do for Star Citizen.
Where do I look?
You just look
Anyway.
at me. There you go.
Hi, I'm Luke Presley. I am a senior principal designer on the systems design team.
Senior
he
Yeah,
brought
Tori
notes.
looking at me.
No, just look at him instead of the
Senior
camera.
principal. No. What does senior principal mean?
It's
He's well
more
old.
Senior, yeah. I get paid more.
He's part of the,
That's so
he's part of
British.
the furniture at this point.
You have been here a while. We've been doing this on and off for about 10 years now.
Yeah, 11.
You had hair.
I remember
Definitely
flying
not
out to
counting.
you to do a.
What was your first show?
It was in LA.
Ah, all right. Zach, we'll come to you in a minute. Sam, tell everybody who you are and what you do for Star Citizen.
Yep. So I'm Sam. I'm the lead level designer in the UK, and my work is making all the wonderful locations, basically.
And the bad ones, don't.
That's true. Also, the bad ones technically.
You're the reason I get stuck on Geo, or
Depends.
okay,
Blame art. Blame art.
Yeah, it's also art as well.
okay. And Zach, tell everybody who you are, what you do, and why we're going to try really hard not to make this the last show they ever let us do.
Yeah, Rich said, right, you're coming on, no drama, no controversies. And I said, I'll try my best. And he said, well, if you do that, it's not good enough. But basically, I'm Zach. I do FPS systems.
Sorry, Rich Tyra is the person being referenced, and it makes sense that he'd say that.
So I've done the player controller, I've done the guns that you interact with, creatures, human FPS AI, and yeah, cool stuff like that.
And tell me about who you're wearing.
Who I'm wearing. So this is a Japanese fashion designer called Hare from Osaka. Very good guy. This is from Hollister, Boo, and this is from an independent fashion designer in Dublin.
Did you expect that?
I didn't actually expect them to have an answer for that. I thought I was going to get him. I was wrong. All right, so the subject of this week's show is FPS combat and gameplay. As we are wont to do sometimes, we put up a thread on Spectrum, asked you all to submit your questions, vote up the ones you wanted to see answered most. During this week, Zach, Luke, and Sam went through, selected the questions that they thought that had the best information to give. I added one or two curveballs. We researched the answers, we ran them by Rich, as he says. Just to make sure that we give you the best answer. There's a couple of questions in here that are going to have really long answers. You might notice, you see the pieces of paper on people's on the lights. I guess some of these questions were very involved, so we wanted to get some notes and make sure we provided the best information possible. So all that said, we're going to start off with this question from Star Citizen Disco Lando. Where's my goddamn Apex battle card?
Okay, so I'm not on Creatures anymore, but I did ask the people who were on Creatures.
Oh, why not?
Oh, not because of anything bad, because it turns out me doing everything is not good for development. So we've got some great new people. We've got a Creature team now that are more focused on it, don't have to share resources. Basically, working on it, dialing it in. I won't speak for their work. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, it's one of those. I probably shouldn't have started with this question. I just wanted to get it out of the way. Basically, it's one of those things. We've been talking about this thing for so long at this point. I was just having a conversation with the newly minted Creature team and whatnot, and it's the expectations on this are now from being first introduced in 2016, from being brought back again in 2023.
Yeah,
whatnot. We've come really close to getting it where we want it, but then there's just something that doesn't make it feel right. There's something that doesn't quite make it the Apex experience we've been looking for. So they're still working, and I think you spent this amount of time on it. You want to be sure you get it right, or at least have the best chance at getting it right.
It's easier to make an FPS boss fight because there's a lot of context that you can refer to and you know it works. Name me a game where you have multiple people in multiple spaceships fighting a humongous worm and how you make that fun and
air and
thing
on
that's in an MMO with a huge planet with the servers.
It's somebody. Hold on. Beardshire has used their opportunity to be a first-time chatter and said vaporware. Good. No, still working on it. It's just wanting to make sure it's everything we want it to be. Next question. You keep saying you know the med gun is wildly OP and then never doing anything to fix it. What's the plan for making medics actually relevant in the game long term, as it's a profession slated for 1.0, but is currently entirely useless?
Ouch. So, we're aware that the med gun is very strong at the moment. We've commented on it before, and obviously with crafting upcoming, there's going to be lots of balance changes, there's going to be lots of weapon adjustments and things like that, and we're looking to address it then. But more importantly, on the road to 1.0, the medic profession, all of that is slated in to be locked in, get lots of improvements on, lots of new features with, and things like that. So, medics right now, sure, but medics on the road to 1.0 will get a lot more breadth and depth with the things that they can do.
I'll go into the medic armor in my monologue as well.
So. Oh yeah, you've got a big long section here coming up, so we'll get into that. Sam, this question is probably right up your alley.
You'd hope.
Can you address the lack of level design that facilitates FPS PvP? We're just getting right into the questions here. and remember, they picked the question, so they're not shying away from the tougher topics here. Could you address the lack of level design that facilitates FPS PvP? To explain, even the contested zones separate people. Blue doors, timer, separate people out, making it hard to run into people. All the other places are worse. A lot of places are very linear and choke pointy in their level design, making them not play well for PvP, PvE, SC sandbox scenarios. What do you have to say?
So a lot of our older locations were built with just a lot less level design resource, essentially. But what we're trying to do now is that, obviously this game is very heavy on PvE. There's always going to be PvP. That's never going to stop. And we've started building locations basically intended for PvE. And those locations are always going to be more linear. They're always going to be more set up for that. And when instancing comes online, that's not going to be a problem for everyone else either. You're going to go to a location and you know it's only going to be you, so you're going to enjoy your PvE gameplay.
Probably.
When it comes to PvP, VE or PvP locations, with the bigger level design team now, we can actually focus on making sure that there are multiple entrances. The sightlines are actually cared for and ensured that it makes sense for multiple teams coming in from different angles, and that we just make sure that cover placement and all of that sort of stuff is up to scratch, basically.
The LD team's a lot bigger now as well.
Yes.
Compared to where it was like 2 years ago.
We've gained 6 people in the last year.
Yeah, I don't think it's inappropriate to say that level design was probably underserved.
Yes.
In previous years of Star Citizen's development. Why that is, variety of reasons, but it's been recognized in the last 12 months, and the rectification is in process. Like you said, is it doubled? It's probably more than doubled at this point.
I think it's about doubled now.
Yeah.
We still got a few more coming, but
yeah. So we recognized this challenge early on. We recognized we weren't doing enough to support it, and the fix for that is underway. I just saw a review of Starkitect locations on Tuesday, and you could see right away. I'm like, oh, these immediately look different than the stuff. Not just with the visual stuff. I'm talking about the layout, with the amount of cover points, with the amount of interior, exterior, combined, cover spaces where you're half inside, half outside. Lots of moving in, moving out, and stuff like this. The big towers, to make snipers incredibly deadly and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot more effort. There's a lot more effort going in, and I think the stuff we have coming down the pipe, Rockcracker, and then going forward, the new Siege of Wars and the Municipal Works are going to benefit from that renewed focus on level design.
Same as the Starkitect stuff as well in the future.
Yep. There's always going to be a gadgets question. Any progress on gadgets like trip sensors, scanners, remote detonated charges, and so on?
So I've got an answer, and it has the word Squadron 42 in, so I'm going to read it off the page. Currently, we have the deployable shield, breaching charge, and some other bits in Squadron 42, and do plan on shipping that in the PU in the future. We also have an area denial grenade coming this year as well. We plan to add more gadgets in the future, and we do like doing some surprise community wants, like the binoculars, which are much asked for.
Okay. That's cool. Luke, this might be wrong. I don't know. I'm guessing. What plans are there to make clothing serve a purpose when an undersuit and armor is better in almost every way?
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, clothing is never going to have the same fulfill the same purpose as those things. But it's never going to be space worthy. But we are, working on combat clothing, which will have more damage mitigation. So if you want to imagine a kind of John Wick style suit, that kind of thing. But yeah, I think the main problem now is that it's one or the other. You have to wear clothes or you have to wear armor.
Well, unless you use the invisible undersuit bug, which lets you do both at the same time. But they got rid of that because they don't like fun. No, it's because they don't want to set expectations that won't be deliverable, apparently. But just saying.
Right, and that's where Starware is going to come in and change all that, because the purpose of clothing is cosmetic. It's to dress, the way you want to look.
The purpose of clothing is to add end-game content. It needs to be more than damage mitigation. The new suit needs to have a drawback. Yeah, I'd agree. Well, especially like larger armor suits and stuff. The larger armor suits have the drawback of not being able to fit into some seats in vehicles, for example, in the future. But Yeah, they do need to just add like a downside to always having a spacesuit on. Oh no, they've already said that that like you won't be able to fit into vehicle seats or some vehicle seats in heavy armor or medium armor. You'd only be able to wear light armor or even potentially undersuit only, or like civilian clothes only, as a way to balance, the utility of it. And the over light armor can't fit in a pilot seat unless capital class. Again, it would depend on the context. So like, medium armor on the pilot would make a lot of sense in something like the Paladin or the any of the drop ships, basically, like the Valkyrie.
So to just go into that in a bit more detail, you'll be able to, with Starwear, have your undersuit on if you want it, and then put certain, jackets over the top, all the jackets, certain trousers, gloves, boots on the top, then armour on the top of that, and then, like, in future, we're going to have hoods and big overcoats that can go over some of the armours too. So all these layers.
That's cool.
Like we said at SitCon as well, there will be...
That's actually really cool. I like that. Yeah, but not in an arrow. Correct. That's kind of what they've already said. Is that you won't be able to jump into your M50, which you practically need to lube yourself up to jump into at the moment, in a Titan armor set. But I like the idea of being able to have like an undersuit to give you the vacuum rating, and then have like a jacket and pants over the top of it, and that's gonna be a great change.
Areas where you can't wear armor, so clothing and all that will have particular uses and things like that.
We've talked about that in the past, like locations that prohibit it, and you have to kind of turn things into customs. So you wearing your, I don't think we're going to ever block an undersuit in that scenario, but it's probably more useful to wear the kind of combat clothing we were talking about.
There's never been an MMO where cosmetics isn't the end game.
Yeah, a couple of people in chat were right away. Fashion Citizen is endgame.
Someone said, "Is Zach showing off Starwear?"
Possibly. A very early iteration. No, but it cannot be overstated. I'm really glad you brought that up. We've Chris, other people have mentioned for years that this idea of wanting to facilitate the wearing of clothing as opposed to armor. He hates that everybody wears armor everywhere. So this will always be kind of a goal at some point to go to. When I first saw the outfit scanners that were part of a Stormbreaker, the ones where it forced you to change into the scientist outfit in order to open the door. Like, I was really excited about what that means for the future. Forcing people to switch into outfits as opposed to armors in order to infiltrate something. The gameplay options there were really exciting. It's like this. So yeah, it's combat clothing is a bit interesting though. I heard the term and I didn't realize. Not full on John Wick kind of thing.
Wait, not bulletproof.
Yeah,
no, but some decent mitigation. Not to the point of being
we're
better than light.
There's 1,000 years in the future. There's going to be clothing that's a little better than what it is today, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to ask.
Yeah, the covert mission idea is really cool. I like that idea that you'll arrive at a gang site, and unless you're wearing gang affiliated clothing, they won't let you in. That'd be neat. Or like, I know if you're on the lawless side, you arrive at a location and you have to wear advocacy uniform that you've looted off some poor dead schmuck.
One more question before we go to Luke and his treatise here. Are there plans to add spatialization for sound in FPS? I think sound plays a major role in combat, but currently we can't locate our enemies or tell if they're wearing heavy or light armor.
Yes, I think this one was for me, but was it for me or
No,
was
it's for me.
It's not for
It's
me.
for you.
Oh, that's one for
Oh, there you go. Well, that's why I don't have it written down.
I'm just going to talk for hours.
Go on, perfect.
Yeah, I've talked to the audio team, and they're really keen on enduring this armory factor. reworking what we've got so far, so that if you're wearing a heavy suit, you actually sound extremely heavy. But like beyond that, they really want to have the wearer feel that they're in a heavy, suit. So if you're wearing that massive radiation suit, you'll feel isolated. Like everything will be muffled around you as well. And I've generated this big list of audio I want to hear specifically on, like the stealth suit that we're going to be having. Like that wants to be the quietest sounding, because no matter what emissions it gives out and all that stuff under the hood.
Sorry, when he says stealth suit, all I can think of for some reason is like Catherine Zeta-Jones in leather pants squeaking as she sneaks up on someone.
If you can hear your feet squeaking against the floor as you run, sneak up behind someone, that's really off-putting. So, it's really important to nail all that.
It's also worth pointing out that footsteps have gone through a big iteration in Squadron as well, in terms of like when you sprint in SC right now, it's, you get essentially you have the heel down and the foot forward making a noise, but now it's just one foot plan. It's also reading the context of the environment as well. So if you're on railings, it will make railing noises and things like that. So we've gone from a generic footstep noise to an environmental context noise.
I was just thinking about these really nice pair of Jordan 1 comforts. It's the classic Jordan 1, but the sole's been redesigned for maximum comfort, and it's got this little triangle shaped cutout.
You need to rewatch Entrapment. Yeah, fair. It must be a form of modern Dazzle camo. No, that's what I'd wear, bud.
At the bottom, which is supposed to be great, but because I don't walk normally, my gait is weird. That little triangle makes a suction sound when I walk. So I got really excited to wear them. They look great. They're super comfortable. When I came to the office, it's like every time I walk, and it's just I don't wear them because
they're indoor shoes now.
I can't. And I get other people to check them out. I would look online. Nobody else has this problem. It's just I walk wrong.
Is there a leaflet for that?
I don't know. No, not for that one.
If you want to sell them, there's some people who pay good money.
When weapons like the pulverizer have a slowdown effect from having them equipped on the back, are there plans to give them weapon inertia as well, as in they handle slower than other weapons?
So just to start off that, they don't have a slowdown effect. They just weigh a lot, and depending on how much weight you have on your character moves slower. Mm-hmm. So we don't do this gives you a 20% movement speed debuff just because you have this weapon on. It's systemic. There's weight. The more weight you have, the more you slow down. But yeah, go on with the weapon inertia. Do you want to?
That's actually something I sort of knew but didn't know for certain. Was that the weight of your character is actually what defines your movement speed rather than purely the leg armor, which is good because previously you could run around in light leg armor and heavy everything else. And you'd run at maximum speed.
Because
The thing is, I thought this had come last, so I thought I'd have done my spiel on.
So one thing we're talking about with the armor work is essentially having it so. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the heavier the weapon is, the more weapon inertia you get. So if you've got heavier arms, it's easier to handle heavier weapons. So if you're wearing light arms and you have an LMG, you'll essentially have a lot more weapon sway. Think with the Fresnel, how long that takes to correct the sight picture. That's an example of something that, if you had light and you picked up heavy, it's a way of saying, cool, you want to fit in the archetype, that fantasy of being like, oh, I'm a super heavy armor wearing, I've got my LMG, I'm walking in a location, versus oh, I'm light and I've got a pistol. Because as you know, in real life, the shorter the barrel of a weapon is, the lighter it is, the easier it is to move around. I was talking to Luke about this, and the reason why pirates always have short swords is because if they're on boats and they're killing people close, that's why they have short swords. That's why people clear rooms with pistols and SMGs and things like that.
All right, we're going to get to your question. Since it sets up, I want to preface this. This is actually 3 questions.
Hello, Mongol.
Yeah, it is 3 questions I'm answering here.
It is 3 questions. So, you got your notes, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, I want to show.
Okay, chat. So, just so we're on the same page, my stupid head's in the way. I have one of these coming because I have. I'm not going to say self-control issues, but I have one of these coming. Also, they broke theirs. Ew. It's so sad. Anyway.
Can you see this? This is the notes for this next question. This is all one question here. It goes on to the next page. So more questions. Yeah. It's that much. You wrote that much, Luke. So
Hey, we're bringing content. You know what I mean?
So at this point, I'm going to ask these questions, and then Sam, Zach, and I are going to go get a beer.
Can you get me one?
Okay. All right. No. So these are 3 questions. 3 questions that all have one combined answer. Okay. Question 1. How will the upcoming armor rework make it so armor choice is more diverse? Question 2. What benefits are planned for players who wear light and medium armor in PvP and high-end PvE environments versus heavy armor? Currently, the movement bonus obviously doesn't typically offset the damage reduction of heavy armor. And question 3, with the addition of crafting armor coming, what's the progress on armor functionality? Armor roles like tank, recon, heavy scanning, stuff like that. All right, you ready?
I am.
You ready? All right. We should give. We don't have like a single camera for Luke, do we? Oh, we do. There we go. Excellent.
Which one is it? There we go. Okay, so progress is going great.
Finished.
That's it. It's something I'm actively working on, and we've had multiple reviews to decide which stats I'm actually going to be able to play with. Because one thing we don't want to do is ruin the game, like make it unbearable, you know, by just making things worse. So there's lots of things we're doing to like improve things as well.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard for me
Well, you
not
look
to say
so
something.
skeptical.
I'm going to bed.
I had something so snarky I wanted to say right there, but you
Okay.
go ahead. You mean?
Like design-wise, I think we're like 90% there. I've just got to pitch some of the non-systemic perks. You know, the perks you get for wearing a full suit of armor and stuff. Because we've got most of our the perks are actually quite systemic. So the stealth suit, actually each piece like blocks the emissions of your body and stuff. So like you have to have a full thing, and then suddenly you know you're stealthy. But you know the perks where you have to make something up, like I don't know. I'll give like being able to.
Well, it's if you, like, let's say if you have a full stealth suit, right, you might get like a massive bonus to hiding your emissions. Yeah. Like as an example, something that makes sense within the context of the armor.
Something that's more than the sum of its parts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like you know, it's the more gimmicky things I'll say that I don't really want to go into it because I've not pitched them. But right. So our main aims with the armory factor are to give players reason to wear flight suits, light, medium, and heavy armors. Give players reasons to wear the combat versus utility armors, because that's been a big distinction now, the 2 of those. To give players a reason to change armors based on their intent, and that's for specializations we were talking about in SitCon 2 years ago. So I'll go into some of those later. And then give individual armor pieces a purpose, so that like, you know, arms aren't just useless cosmetics and stuff. You know, each piece of the armor has stats with it that you don't get with the others. So, like for me, and I think for you as well, like for most.
Yeah. So this confirms that we are in fact getting the Division 2 armor sets. Yeah.
Most important things is nailing those weight classes.
Yeah,
the feel of those weight classes.
It's very much so. Like last time I heard it's about the legs, and you get like you get mass reduction, right? That's so if you have heavy legs on, then your overall mass gets reduced because it's easier to walk and things like that. So it's like you don't just become instantly a tank because you've got the thing on. It's like, cool, I've got these legs. I don't want to be weighed down too much. I want to be able to like move faster, still with my heavy, but that'll have other offsets. Obviously,
almost like a exo suit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just the support that it gives. Right now we have this funny situation where if you were wearing entirely heavy armor, you had a full backpack on, all the attachments, and then you took your leg armor off and you just had naked legs. I mean, in real life you'd crumple under that weight. But in the game now, you are faster because you weigh less.
Yeah.
And that's obviously something we want to get rid of. So like if we like focusing on that, like the way we're going to make lights versus mediums versus heavies and flight suits.
MMO armor set bonuses for full set, maybe partial bonuses. Correct, Sandra, but that's what they're talking about now. So yeah, the earlier example I gave was like stealth suit will reduce the emission for the part that's covering. So like if you get the chest and arms and legs and helm, it makes your personal emissions, be it EM or whatever magical terms that they use, lesser, so it's stealthy by its nature of wearing them all. But on top of that one, there's going to be like an extra bonus, which is the more sort of arbitrary bonus. So it could be something like improved handling to long rifles, or like silencers are 10% more effective, or something like that. Just like the sort of MMO style, a little bit of flavor into the whole thing. The sort of sprinkle of salt on top of the armor set.
Like very different, and actually a choice you make is there's damage mitigation. We're going to up the damage mitigation on mediums and heavies to give you a higher TTK.
Beyond what they are right now.
Beyond where they are now, yeah.
Which gets obviously offset with crafting and the improvements that come with weapons. So.
Yeah, so me and Deck, who was on crafting, are in this interesting situation where obviously you only have between 0 and 100 to play with, and we're having to like meter out and share the percentages we can go up. Yeah. So I can go up to this, and then crafting will take you up to this. So yeah, that's an interesting thing to have to take into account.
You can build better weapons, and you have to be able to build better armors.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. It's a constant arms race, yeah.
Or you just hit them with
or a legs race.
The combat crosshair, which is it's going to primarily be on combat suits and helmets, so like not everyone is getting that anymore, which is kind of the way it's done right now until we figured out. Flip the page. The ability to have your MFDs cast to the visor, which I think everyone has right now when they sit in the ship, that's going to be for flight-specific helmets.
Oh, interesting.
And ship handling as well will be impacted by wearing medium or heavy armors. So that means that your inputs are slower. So if you make a hard turn, it will take it slower if you've got medium and heavy armor on.
G-force resistance.
And G-force as well will be lower in those suits, so you'll pass out quicker. We're also increasing the G-force tolerance in things like the combat and racing flight suits, so it's not all just a negative. FPS radar, when that comes, that's going to make a huge difference. It's between the weight classes for a start, because bigger things, they're noisier. You'll hear them on your passive radar.
A good example is combat helmets are seen as the default right now because they're the main archetype that we have online, but that will make more noises and emissions. So you'll get less feedback, but then you'll obviously be quiet and less picked up by radar and scanning and things like that.
Yeah, if you wear light, like you'll all have the same strength radar, but being light gives you the ability to get so many meters closer before you're picked up. And we keep alluding to this, but I'd say the most important feature is the mass mitigation, and that affects the weight affecting the player. Like you weigh more, obviously, the whole thing together weighs more, but if you have like heavy arms and then a heavy core and heavy legs, and then you've got a railgun in your arms, right? That'll be fully supported, no added weight to the player. But then if you start taking pieces off or making them like a lesser weight, that will start, like the percentage that those arms can take will get less and less. Like, if you take your legs off, like it doesn't matter what your arms can lift because your legs are still taking the weight of that thing.
Yeah, friends don't let a friend skip leg day.
Completely.
It's very nitty gritty, this obviously, but we still do have like high level archetypes as well. So like things like having like medic armor and things like that are
this is
in the weeds, but we also do have the high level ideas of like different combat armors, different like we have the scanning armor and things like that. What is it called, the hunter armor and things like that, which obviously we're like way better at scanning and things like that. So there's some like very high level, easy to understand stuff, and then you have this stuff which is down in like the nitty gritty weeds of it.
Yeah. Like reducing the amount of times you're going to see somebody in a hospital gown carrying around a railgun.
Exactly.
So if you want to be able to keep a railgun up and on your shoulder and use it, you're going to need to actually increase the mass of your armor in order to have that benefit. The support system to you, so make it possible for you to carry it.
Interesting.
And
That's
finally, this is finally on
This
this
is
point.
not finally, by the way.
No.
You have "and finally" written in here 3 times.
Yep.
Luke, this is not "and finally."
This is
not "and finally."
And finally on the weight class, right? Because this is what we're talking about. Weight classes, they span all of these archetypes and that. Like, you can have a heavy medic maybe. So EVA, controversial maybe. EVA will be removed from undersuits as it is now, so everybody having it, and put on some but not all flight suits and cores, and we'll be introducing an EVA backpack for those who don't have EVA built into the suit, or if you do have EVA built into your suit and you just want more fuel and more oxygen, you can also put that on as well.
I kind of like that.
It's a lot of, you're basically adding a whole lot of choice. Basically, a whole lot of tactical decisions between what you wear. It's not just going to be about rule of cool. It's you have to understand the situation that you're going into and the best loadout for that situation.
Yep.
Not just bringing the right weapons.
It's fair assault, but bald and glasses. I don't have a beard, and I do have glasses.
But soon, or when the time comes.
If you know you're going into fight that you're Mondi, you might want to bring people with more medic suits, for example, because
I will definitely take being compared to Luke Presley. I'm fine with that.
You're gonna have to heal each other more and things like that.
Of course, if you don't have EVA, you just bring your fire extinguisher, right?
Yeah. Okay. And finally, no. So that's weight classes. There's a.
As someone who wears armor for Buhurt, I'm not sure I agree with this. My gear is about 70 kilos. When I put that on, it doesn't make it easier to do 20 dumbbell curls. Yeah. I think this is sort of the hand wavium concept of linked armor sets. So like internal weight transfers. Kind of like how the difference between wearing a standard backpack carrying 30 kilos in it and a proper shoulder harness with like clamps and a hip belt makes it massively easier to carry that weight, even though it doesn't actually get any lighter, and doing a squat still sucks. But it just makes handling the load a bit easier, and also quite a lot of hand wavium with internal servos or whatever they want to do.
Difference between combat and utility, that's a big difference.
If anything, wearing heavier gear would reduce what you can carry. Heavier gear plus LMG and ammo should max you out. Yeah, I'd agree to a degree. But I don't think they want to move away from the sort of the movie/game archetype of dude in heavy armor with a minigun walking slowly towards you. Whereas, you see the squad automatic weapon carrier in the military is the slowest person there because they're carrying around a gun that's twice as heavy as everyone else's and their body weight in ammo. It's like the heavy armor is acting as power assisted armor. Yeah, that seems to be what they're trying to go for. And the heavier the armor, the more power assist it gets. I understand,
and that's
what
mainly
they're doing
down to the mass mitigation, which you'll have more of on the utility. That will mean that, combat armors are lighter to start with, right? But the moment you start loading them up, they get slower. Whereas utility armors start heavier, and then the more you load them up, the more they can take.
What?
So you kind of keep the speed you're running at with those.
Okay.
Whereas if you streamline yourself in combat, you'll always be faster. And also,
I assume there's different types of utility armor then.
Yeah, there's loads. Yeah, which I will jump to now then. Right, flight suits. We've got racing flight suits, amazing G-force resistance, really good environmental resistances. So if you're racing in a car on all kinds of planets, you'll be fine.
And I hear that's. The flight suits getting their G-force resistance is not necessarily a far away thing.
No, I think Yoga's working on it very soon.
Yeah.
And but they have no radar. They're like super stripped down, no EVA, and really poor damage mitigation because they're basically just kind of levers. Combat flight suits, which do have EVA, they have better damage mitigation, bigger inventory, but slightly reduced G-force and poor environmental resistances because they're made for space, right? Then you've got the combat armors. You've got the assault armors, which make up the majority of our armors right now. Like, you know,
if you want to put new stuff out, you've got to have a crosshair at the minute, otherwise it doesn't feel as impactful. But obviously that'll be revisited when we get more archetypes in.
Yeah, it's definitely our biggest section of armors we currently have. And these are the pure combat armors. We've got the best at absorbing damage, good radar for finding humans, and but they'll lack EVA.
Yeah.
Can you find creatures too?
Yep, yeah. Anything with a emission of kind of IR and EM.
Oh yeah.
But it's not resource. They do not have resources, so you're not going to be finding minables with those. Stealth armors, again, we've talked about. They reduced emissions and sounds. What are you reading the red pen?
I haven't seen how much is left.
No, just that. The hunter armors we've talked about is the only combat armor to have EVA, and it has an amazing radar for finding people. They'll see you coming more though, and it has less damage mitigation. Utility armors. Right, I'm going to actually breeze through these because I don't want to spend too long actually. Right, medical can scan health. So when you do a scan, it will show you the health of people around you and various other things, and it can locate downed players from much further away, like specifically. You know, that's its thing.
So if you have
right?
a medic.
That's actually a really nice feature. Considering they got rid of medical drones.
Armor.
Yeah, so if you do a scan, you're going to pick up the down players that you wouldn't normally pick up just by IR and EM. There's engineers, and they can reveal the positions and health of components.
Oh.
No, just this one. And resource specialists, these are like the salvagers and miners. We have an amazing resource radar. And hopefully we'll reveal details about minables that you would otherwise have to go up to and scan, like from a distance.
So you can be on the surface or whatever, scan, send your ping out and see the things. You don't have to go to it to find out.
I'd say it's more for being in caves where there's that kind of distance. It's still a distance to go, but if you scan and then focus on a rock that is like 50 meters away, you might get some more information than that otherwise you would have to. Yep. And then you've got the Explorer, which is like the jack of all trades. It's got kind of good utility. It's got the crosshair. It's got good environmental resistances, and it can scan resources. Its damage resistance is fine, but it's not a combat armor. And then you've got all the other kind of very specialist things. You've got EVA, heat, cold, and radiation. And they hopefully speak for themselves.
Thank you for everyone who's still here.
No, I really I appreciate this, Luke. It's
a huge spreadsheet. It took me forever.
Yeah. How is the? Obviously, we've been talking about some aspects of what you've been talking about, which you just talked about. We've been talking about for 2 years now.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you want to give like a general progress? And I'm not saying a when. Don't answer a when question.
Like I say,
no mention of a what was the series called? The Centurions. Sandgroper, you're just imagining the Centurions as a video game now, where you call down your specialized armor set for this particular task and save the world again.
I think like 90% of it's done, and maybe even more. I've got a few more things to clear when it comes to those perks, the things that make them stand out, and again, a little gimmicky, right? All this that I've talked about is signed off, right? Once I've got those perks sorted, it's just off to code to do estimates, and then we see where it fits.
I know. So still in the design phase.
Still in the design phase. I've run this all by code, and they like have ballparked it, but
Okay. Okay. Sam, how has
And yes, me remembering things like the Centurions is why my brain doesn't work on modern things.
the new focus on dungeon-style content, we call them operations, but the question says dungeon-style content, changed design goals for FPS gameplay?
So the quick answer is they haven't, really. We've changed what content we are trying to make currently, because before we started making the dungeons, we didn't really have any. And we've been taking a lot of time to try and start constructing these more defined locations where we want to take players through an experience. But that doesn't mean that we're going to stop making any of the other sort of more contested zones, PvP-oriented areas. That's still very much a thing that we're focused on. It's just we're trying to counteract the amount of content that is just general outposts versus defined experiences. We want to basically go from where previously we made locations to show off features to just making locations that make use of features, or just cool locations. Because I wanted to make a big ring station that you can ride a gondola around, so I did it, and that's coming out this month.
It's so sick.
Let's talk a little bit about.
Wait, that's one of the Nick's social stations then, if it's a gondola at a ring station. I'll have to find that.
It's a little off the topic here. Folks who are in PTU, are seeing that there's essentially at this moment there are three kind of different versions of these breaker stations.
Yeah.
There's ones that don't currently have a rock in them, and those will be for a variety of sandbox missions that actually come online about 2 weeks after 4.7 releases.
Yep.
So 4.7 will release hopefully towards the end of this month, and then about 2 weeks later there'll be another content drop that releases an entirely new suite of mission content that will utilize these third versions of breaker stations. I realize I'm starting on 3.
Yeah.
But then there are 2 versions of the breaker stations that have these giant, enormous rocks in the center, and one is more like a contested zone kind of thing. It's like players have seen with a line of mine and Stormbreaker and stuff. It is, you get the mission and everybody has these locations. They're on your star maps. You go and it's
The contested ones aren't on your star maps.
the contested ones aren't on the star maps.
No. So the way they work is that we have multiple instances, basically. Not instances.
Yeah, you can't use that word yet.
Not instances in actual instance, but a version of a mission that's at a location. And so basically 5 groups of players can go to each one at a time. And we have multiple locations that they can go to. And the expectation is that you should be taken to one where someone else is, and you should fight for the stuff, basically.
So that's a bit more chaos in those ones. A bit more of that PvP.
It's for people who want to do PvP and who don't want to spend the high price of entry for the exclusive ones.
And that brings us to the third one, which are these exclusive ones.
Yes.
These ones are also not available on the star map. You have to earn the right to purchase the locations to these versions of the breaker stations, and those allow for only the people you share them with
PvE.
have it. So a true PvE experience at these places. So it's a neat evolution of.
To be clear, it's also not a true, you're definitely not going to be the only person there, because I fully expect that people will take those missions, log out at the location on a bed log back in on a different server and be like, I wonder if there's any players here to go in and murder them. So you're never completely safe until we have actual instancing.
Of what we were doing last year and learning the lessons we learned last year, and always trying something new and stuff like that. So these 3 different versions of these breaker stations that are coming in 4.7 are pretty exciting, and always trying something new. It's
Definitely.
Yeah, with ASD, or with the Onyx facilities, we dropped roughly 600 of them, across plants. Always trying different things to see how to give something for everybody.
Yeah, we basically wanted to make sure that people who only want PvE should be able to get that, and people who want to fight for stuff can fight for stuff if they so desire.
Yeah. Now, the flip side of that is that there won't always be a PvE version available.
Not always, but
won't be
we've placed a decent amount of them.
Yeah. So, and those are kind of things we'll continue to tune throughout PTU and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And it will continue to evolve as the game goes on.
The rewards also got better. I improved them today.
Oh, nice. Anything you want to tell us about? Or?
Not specifically. Go find it.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
Zach,
Yes.
this question,
Is this the doozy?
well, I don't know what you think is a doozy,
Yeah.
Okay.
but this question has come up
Okay.
on and off every year since it was first introduced as a concept back in 2013 when Shroud of the Avatar came online.
It's 2013.
All right.
2013, 2014, I can't remember. Back with Richard Garriott and Portalarium and stuff.
Too long.
This question is simply, how is the crossbow coming along?
Okay, so this was the first year that I got to basically plan out all the weapons, and the first one on the list, obviously, that always gets mentioned is the crossbow. So I can confirm that the crossbow is coming this year. The main reason I think that we got that crossbow was because Rich is an original Shroud of the Avatar backer, so he is very interested in getting his skin. So yes, crossbow this year. But I also want to tease some other cool weapons I want to go over.
Before we move off the crossbow,
Go on.
it's not just going to be available to the folks who pledge for whatever level of Shroud of the Avatar. There are versions of it going
Yes.
into loot for
I
everybody.
believe they get a specific skin
Yes.
if they were Shroud of the Avatar
Yes,
backer.
but the
So-
crossbow, a weapon this cool, is going to be made available to everybody who plays Star Citizen today, either through loot or through a bundle or whatever, or if you did pledge at those specific Shroud of the Avatar levels, that specific skin, and the process of how you claim those will be made available to you when it comes time to add it to the game.
Yep. So cooler than the new guns. There is one with space blanking, like we said, space AK.
Are you just going to move on to other new weapons?
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead.
Crossbow's a crossbow.
No, talk us about more.
Yeah, so there's space blank, which is space kind of based on a real gun sort of thing that people really like. We got loads of people like the space AK. We've got a lever action rifle.
Hey.
We've got
Hold on, you're adding
Hang on. We're getting lever actions? Hey. I'm
more
here for it.
space versions of existing weapons.
yes.
Okay, so like you did with the space AK.
Correct.
There's going to be a space something or other.
Yeah.
You don't want to reveal right now.
No, because
More-
it's very cool and it's something that people mention a lot, and I think it's fun to find out. But just a little tease.
like Space Godzilla.
Yeah, Space Godzilla, exactly.
Okay.
Or Mecha Godzilla.
A real thing.
Yeah.
Space Godzilla is a real thing.
Medgun pistol. I'm very excited.
What?
Sorry.
Medgun pistol. We have a bullpup rifle.
Shoot your enemies
You're
to life.
glossing over this stuff. This is the med
Hang on, they're bringing a bullpup in?
gun that
I want to leave it at that. I want to say the name of it, and then as it comes out, you'll see like, okay,
All right,
cool.
so you're being intentionally obtuse.
Yeah,
Yes.
basically.
All right, send your letters
You've
to
met me
Zach
before.
Priest, care of 6 Manchester Goods Yard.
Yeah.
All right, so med gun pistol.
Medgun pistol, bullpup rifle, lever action rifle, and some more cool stuff later on as well. So
If it's not an L86A3, I'm going to be upset. 2 medical pistols? Well, maybe it's like the noisy cricket of medical pistols. Teeny tiny. Because nothing is more OP than using a projectile that travels in tens of meters per second, not hundreds per second.
that's some cool stuff that's coming this year. And, well,
Ashley
sorry, let me
talking.
be clear. Our intention is that those things come this year. And yeah, there's some other stuff. That's not just it. Like we also spoke about, we've said, we want an area denial grenade. We know that gadgets and utility are big requests and things like that. But those are the things that I want to tease now. There's more than that. As we delivered a lot of weapons last year, we want to also deliver a lot of weapon content this year as well.
Like he just casually dropped, there's going to be a lever action, a 30th century lever action. Right.
Oh, the plan is that it's gonna have evolving geo as well.
Evolving
You switch
levers?
the fire modes and stuff like that. So leaning into like taking it and making it really
The TF2 medical, the Team Fortress 2 medical gun. Oh, yeah. Or hurt enemies somehow.
cool and sci-fi.
And your intention is for this to come. All these ones that you mentioned. Intention.
Intention.
We all know how game
Yeah,
development works, but the intention is for all of these to arrive this year.
Yes. And some more other cool stuff. We planned out this year in terms of like looking how much we delivered last year. What can we deliver this year that is exciting and is, you know, really fun?
Okay. He actually printed up some pictures.
Look, I wanted to do it. I had some pictures printed out here, and I was going to say, which one do you want to know about, chat?
Right,
You do have the close-up.
I'll let you. Yeah.
Okay.
Give me one you want to show.
Okay.
Just give me one you want to show.
There's a really dumb. Well, you know what the top one is, but this is a hint.
No, over here because we got the close-up
You
camera.
guys-
Okay.
Come here, bring it to me.
Go on,
Don't drop your microphone.
I won't. There you are. So there's a hint on the bottom of what it is.
A hint.
This is the picture. Go to the close-up. Go ahead. Let's see if it works. Okay. This is what he. This is what he brought.
The
So
Winchester.
this is I'm assuming a space lever action
Space lever action,
and some railroad tracks.
and you'll have to figure out what that one is.
What?
A fence.
No, come back.
Oh, you want me to pick it up? Oh no, don't sit on
No,
it.
just go sit down.
Okay.
Sit down.
Jared, no.
Sit down.
No mention of sticky dots, and they've gone ruined. He knows what Lego's going to do. Identify friend or foe blood cells. Ah, okay.
In Saint 666
Someone
says
got it.
dumbest thing ever.
Someone got it.
Mom? Sit down. In Saint 666
Yeah, someone
says
got it.
dumbest thing ever.
Someone got it.
Mom? Okay.
And that one is stocked, not shouldered as well.
Chat just, Chat, you
It's a
got it.
railgun.
How did they get it? I just, you know what?
We are not subtle.
Geniuses.
I can't believe that my puzzle was horrifically obvious.
He's not a level designer.
Speaking about a MedPen gun, can we have the MedPen automatically switch back to the gun after being injected, like it already happens in Arena Commander?
Yes, that's one of the options that we do want to add.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next week or?
Sooner than you hope, but further than you'd expect.
Good.
Sometimes I say things that get me in trouble. Sometimes I say things that I want to say things that would really get me in trouble.
Game development.
Let's see. Any progress on FPS item wear and tear, like armor tear or weapon misfire?
Yes. So in terms of weapon malfunctions and weapon overheating, every single weapon has that in Squadron at the minute. So every single weapon jams, every single weapon, well, the weapons that can overheat do overheat. That is fully implemented in Squadron 42, and it will be coming to the PU in the future.
Neat.
Okay. I'm gonna guess this is you, Sam. Would it be possible to climb more stuff?
Yeah. Basically.
Oh, there's more to this, like SU boxes, ramps, and elevators.
Yeah. It's
I was
like,
just
it's
like-
all
I
the
thought
fun
this
leg
person just likes to go into the soft play.
It's we want to climb everything.
Possible to climb more stuff?
Yes, essentially. A lot of older content still probably won't be able to climb as much, but as we have a much larger level design team now, we are able to make more stuff climbable and also design stuff that's more traversal oriented.
Automated tools got a lot better as well.
That's also-
Automated cover generation is now a thing. So level designers don't have to go and manually place a couple of points as well,
that was
which is
awful.
very nice.
Yeah. Still have to double check it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know. Don't turn it all over to the machine like Amazon did.
Yeah, exactly.
What is the status on swimming?
Fully implemented in Squadron 42, will be coming to the PU in the future.
Oh, okay, that's a good answer.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
We've said fully implemented in Squadron 42 a couple times.
Yes.
How different is FPS in Squadron? Yes, he's going for the paper.
Going for the paper. Rich said, don't get in trouble. He's like, I'll allow you to answer this one if you're not going to get in trouble.
Okay.
Now I got to find it.
Challenge impossible.
So
Oh, God.
The question is, I'll cover for him while he searches for his paper. How different is FPS in Squadron 42 compared to Star Citizen, and what lessons from polishing there can we expect to come to Star Citizen?
Okay, so there has basically been a lot of work on the player character. So from minor things in terms of like how actions automate into each other. So we have something called the sprint toggle now, which is the default, which essentially means like if I'm sprinting and I shoot, I have sprint to fire, so I don't start shooting when I'm down here. It comes back up, it's natural, it feels good. Even the new sprint pose, which is like up here, which includes like head bob. All of these things massively improve the experience that you get to, as you play the games. Like previously when we were doing in 2023, when we showed off all the FPS improvements at SitCon, where you think like backpack reloading, you think like ammo repooling and things like that. We're running on these things in Squadron and obviously polishing them up for the release. And all of the things that we are working on in Squadron will come to the PU in future. The action matrix is the biggest one. We've got like sprinting while reloading. We've really been spending a lot of time dialing in that FPS experience and making it feel really polished. And even like sprinting now, like it's a really big thing for me because the gun goes down here, it goes off screen, you can't see it. When it's up here and you feel like you're running and things like that, it just feels a lot more polished. It's very nice. It's the FPS experience basically has been dialed in a lot more. There is a bunch of stuff which escapes the top of my head right now. But
You have your notes.
I accidentally deleted the question. I realized.
Oh, you want to come over here?
Yeah, go on.
Come over here.
Go on.
Yeah,
because this was one I had to ask Rich for. Very nice.
There you go.
Absolute
Thank you. I get
chaos.
to sit in the chair.
Yeah, go sit in the chair.
Perfect.
You've been good today.
There you go. So as we said, with movement accelerations, melee improvements, that's a big one. So hey, you're not randomly going to go in front of you anymore. It's there's nicer animations there. How it follows up feels better. Weapons having consistent slots. So for people who have to constantly switch around and do those things, I know it's very annoying, but that is now like cool. I have weapon 1, I have weapon 2. They have consistent slots. The action matrix. Oh yeah, for example, sprinting and med penning now, if you press sprint, you press your med pen button, your med pen, then you automatically go back to sprinting. So sprint toggle, beautiful. My favorite one, weapon raise 2.0. So as you know right now, if you go up to a surface, you do this. We now have a procedural back like that, and it's very, very nice. We've also moved the pushback point to the optic. So for people who want to aim over railings and shoot over railings, you can now do that. The FPS experience overall is far more smoother to play. FPS AI has basically been overhauled. Francesco Riccucci and Chris Roberts have been themselves very involved in that process as well. Chris has been very keen on making the AI experience in Squadron, so they've been working very closely together. Entirely new audio setup for guns. The guns sound absolutely amazing. The audio work on them has been incredible. Not just the sound that you hear, but also the mixing. So that's basically how loud shots are, how they feel. So if someone's down the other hallway,
all the aiming stuff, it's like nothing that they've done there is like game changing in terms of like development of a video game side of things, but it's good to see it in the game. It's very good to see it in the game because it just makes it a bit more immersive. Exception to me, of course, being the hold your gun up while you run. That doesn't make any sense, but it gives you that action hero vibe, right?
and they're firing, it
the only
sounds
time you
like
hold your
they're
gun up
down
like that is if you're having to, ford a river.
the
And some
hallway,
other
and it
uses
is
as well.
honestly gorgeous. And yeah, all of that is planned to come to the persistent universe.
He's better than you.
Perfect.
He didn't even have his eye line right. He kept looking at himself on the screen.
How can I not look at myself?
You gotta look at the camera like this, see? You gotta look down the camera like this. But he spent the entire time, he wasn't talking to you, he was talking to himself the whole time.
We've got a question in here.
No. Go back. Don't trip over stuff.
I'll try.
All right. Good job, Zach.
Thank you.
Oh, you kicked my cable out.
Oh, damn.
It's all right. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, shit.
I give you a topic.
Okay.
No.
All good.
We are almost out of time. We can squeeze a couple more in these. Why is the boom tube dealing so much damage?
Okay, this is, Rich told me to be very careful with this one as well, but I actually do have this one written down. Because Rich said you can't say, oh, it's not. So why is the boom tube dealing so much damage? Well, basically, as we said, we're going to be looking at balance, we're going to be looking at damage and those things, especially with crafting coming more online, especially with armor coming more online, like you said, with the heavy armor, with the mass resistance and things like that. But the hardest thing with the boom tube, obviously, is the diversity of vehicles in the game. The diversity of the health between a light fighter, a ground vehicle, a heavy vehicle is, you know, it's a complicated game, especially when you mix all those things together. But most importantly, this is something we're looking at. I've already come up with a couple of ideas of what we want to do, like increasing the arming distance. Like there was a clip on Reddit recently where someone just shot it in a ship and the ship blew up because they were raiding on. But yeah, so it's something we're looking at and keeping an eye on. You know, if you take a boom tube into an encounter, you're sacrificing a weapon slot. You're sacrificing the ability to, you know, fight other people, fight other NPCs. So it's a heavy cost versus the reward you get for how slow the projectile is and how much spread it has.
We're also doing a bit of a refactor on the way explosions deal damage to actors, because right now an explosion deals 6 times the damage to the player because it hits their head, arms, legs, body. So you have to balance it weirdly, like so that one explosion would do like just 100 damage to that table, but to you would do 600 damage. So it's really hard to balance. So we're making it so that any explosion will do 100 damage to the player. Divided by depends where it hits them, to how much damage they take.
Interesting.
And it'll still just do 100 damage to an object.
Okay. Is med penning yourself in a down state still a planned feature?
Yes, that is still a planned feature, and the plan is to move it to the Adrena pen. So basically, if you get downed, you'll enter a down but not out state. That's also fully implemented in Squadron. But Squadron has expensive self-revive pens. It's obviously MMO, single-player game. But yes, so that is still planned. And let me just check my notes, see if there's any other caveats there. But
You'll be an Adrena pen for rezzing other players as well.
yes, that's the other bit. You'll need the Adrena pen for other people. Yeah, so you can crawl around on the floor. Traditional down but not out.
Oh, okay. That's a change. It's a big
what
change.
is impact force and crafting?
Damage.
Is there anything planned to make something stronger than heavy armor?
Yes.
Yep.
Super heavy.
And that is not just a new armor set either. That comes with a lot of restrictions, specific weapon classes, and things like that. So I think one of the things is you're not going to be able to heal yourself.
Yep, you're not going to be able to heal yourself. You're going to have a super heavy weapon.
Yeah.
But you can use other weapons. It will just be, why would you in this extremely restricted thing? It's all about, you need the support. Like, because while you're there and you've got the big gun, you're unstoppable. But the moment people start chipping away your health, if you can't pull out that pen and heal yourself, you need a teammate there, otherwise you're going to very quickly become vulnerable.
Like a medic archetype of some kind.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right. That pretty much does it for today's show, guys. Thank you so much. I do want to address something in the chat here. A lot of questions in chat, rightfully so, about desync. There's probably no greater challenge that's affecting FPS combat and gameplay today than desync. The reason Luke, Zach, and Sam aren't talking about it today is because they're designers. They do not work in the network coding, the server infrastructure, any of the areas where desync rests. To that end, I'm going to go ahead and volunteer our own Chief Technology Officer, Benoit Beauséjour. And I'm doing this right now on the fly. He doesn't know about it. It's not a gag. I'm seriously doing it. So if it doesn't happen, you can blame me and not him. Benoit used to do these big, long posts on Spectrum where he'd walk through one major technical issue or another. I'm going to walk out of here and ask him to do that for desync. It's not a conversation that I think super works in conversation like this. He's also one of the only people at the level to have the full overview and umbrella look at everything involved that contributes to it. So I'm going to ask him, and I'm going to go ahead and commit him and say yes right now. I still have one or two favors to call in. So I don't know when that's going to happen, but he's here. He lands here on Saturday. The first time I see him, I'm going to ask him to make this a priority and see if we can't get this going. Because I agree with you. I think it's an important thing. And I think the best way for us to talk about it is probably in a detailed post where, people can reread and read the information and parse the information. So we'll see how successful I am at that. But my promise to you is that I'm going to try. And Benoit is a pretty good dude. So I imagine it'll happen. All right. With that, that's Star Citizen Live. Thanks for watching. We've had a nice little streak of Star Citizen Lives. This is either our 4th or our 5th episode in a row. Next week, we're back with an episode of Inside Star Citizen, looking at a bunch of the various content that's coming with Alpha 4.7, as stated, targeted for the end of this month, available for PTU now. You can help us, as always, getting into PTU and helping us test and beat on the pipes and make issue council reports and everything.
Beating the pipes, really.
Anyway. Yeah, sorry. I'm realizing that I just signed Benoit up for a thing, and I'm just gonna. I'm already thinking about what I'm gonna have to say. Nobody say anything publicly until he hears it from me. Like, I'm realizing he's now going to see it on Reddit or something before.
There is 2 days before you. I guess depends what time on Saturday.
Hold on.
Canada's a few days behind though.
Hold on. We're gonna throw a Hail Mary, guys.
At Benoit in the chat.
Stay with me. We're gonna try calling him right now.
Okay.
Why not?
What time is it in Canada? Are they awake?
It's Montreal, right?
Yeah.
That's
Teams would like access to the camera.
5 hours behind. Oh wait, no, it's 4 I think right now because of the daylight savings.
Oh yeah. That'll be all right.
Let's see if he picks up.
Teams call. Rude.
I'm not. It's not a gag. We're calling. We're gonna try. Hi, Benoit. Can you hear me? Oh, hold on. I mute in case. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Hi.
Yes.
We are live on Star Citizen Live right now.
Sweet. What's going on?
We just did a show about FPS combat and gameplay. And the overwhelming topic in chat was about desync.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I volunteered. Remember those big long posts you used to do on Spectrum about a really important topic?
Yeah.
I volunteered you to make one of those.
Okay.
And then
on desync specifically.
Yeah, on desync specifically, and what's causing it, and what our efforts to fix it. And
it's all good.
I realized I didn't want you to hear about it on Reddit first.
Okay, cool. So just a deep dive.
Just a deep dive on desync and why it's happening.
All things desync and networking.
Yeah, I think it's important.
How hard can
Sounds
it be?
good. We'll do it.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you hear that? Can you say that again?
We're good. I'll do it.
All right.
Man, Benoit's a good guy.
Thank you, Benoit.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Have a good one.
All right, bye.
Bye.
He's never taken a call from you again.
Yeah.
He's never answering a call from me ever. That's it, chat. I just used up the last stroke I got. Thanks for watching. See you on Inside Star Citizen next week. Take care. Check out the weekly newsletter tomorrow. There's something cool in there too. Bye.
Hey.
Jared, never change, bud. I'm just going to call the chief technology officer of the company to commit them to a thing that I promised already. So, good luck, me. Anyway, that was a good episode. I actually really enjoyed that. I think I got a lot more out of it than I expected to. And it gave me time to do an update, which took forever for some reason. I don't know why it took forever. And I finished my tea. Sad. But I'm still umming and ahhing about the Steam frame, because like it seems like it's really good hardware and it's got good support for other games, but Steam VR as a platform has quite a lot of overhead, which will reduce its performance in Star Citizen. But like I said, it's going to be better for other games, and we'll have really good integration. So, flamboyant Milky Way, I'll take it. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be odd. Anyway, thanks for tolerating me watching an hour of a YouTube video on the stream, because that's how it goes sometimes, apparently. Back in a second, chat. I'm going to make some more tea, because I'm out, and that's a dire situation. You know, undersuits have EVA fuel listed now. They do. I saw that. Okay, sorry about that. I've got the tea going. It just hasn't finished yet. I haven't fully looked at the new ship armor. That small guns don't do much against larger ships. You realize this. I feel like they need to do something other than pure damage gating, because currently it just seems to work that unless you exceed the minimum damage, it does nothing. I'd be fine even if it was 99% resistance at that one, so you can still do something, especially with how the game currently sort of leans everyone heavily towards energy weapons. Using your F-78 stock, ended up stripping its engines and punching through to the reactor. There you go. That's good. No. No. Scene, thank you. I thought I hit the right button. Nope, that's my Stream Deck not responding. I hit the right button. Just change it. Hopefully that resets itself. Sometimes it does. Maybe. Whatever. The fabricator. Uppies. Something that's bugged for me. Is Nick going to wait for live? Okay, you're just going to wait until the game goes, so the patch goes to live. That makes sense. Okay, so you've still only got P4AR S38 mags. What do they take to make? It needs to be over 300 quality. Okay. Deficit in taurite. Interesting. So I think the taurite's for the actual bullets. Aluminium, deficit, and iron. Okay. Interesting. That one, this one. There we go. Let's go.
Welcome to the ASOP.
Maybe the
vehicle
blueprint grind. I don't want to
system.
do it twice so soon. That's entirely fair.
Your vehicle has been
I'm going to get that tea I was making. I'll be back in a moment. Stream Deck died for me for some reason. Don't know why. Back in a sec. The tea is not quite ready yet. Scusi. Here's a vehicle I have had for a very long time. With a couple of texture bugs? Why is it such a low res texture? Odd.
Hello, how can Miss help you today? Systems on. Shield on.
Interesting.
Launch sequence complete.
In uppies?
Landing gear up.
Salvage. There's no mining contracts here. That's weird. Anyway. Well, my stomach's working. Mostly. It's definitely a bit bugged, but it's working. Let's go. Yum. Doing a hacking noom. he got lost again. It's true.
Quantum travel complete.
That one. There we go. Hi. This is one of the people's service stations. Let's go see what's happening here. That's a bit bright. All are welcome. Join us. There's cookies. That's kind of a neat looking station. You've got sort of those inside of the ring styled ones. No. Quite a few external landing pads, plus docking collars, plus an Idris over there. Neat. My eyes, the goggles, they do nothing. Need flash protection.
Landing gear down. Landing successful.
This is Nix, correct?
Engines off.
This is one of the people's service stations in Nix. Pad 3. Okay. Pad 3 I can work with. Welcome to service station. Huh. Not a very original naming system, but I guess it works. Customs. Real coffee taste.
Can I get you anything?
The serviceable name can confirm.
Can I help you with something?
Reclaimed water and the other reclaimed water. Schmaltz. Nice little clinic. Pleasantly clean, actually. Compared to the rest of the place, it's pretty good. Buckets. Anyway. those are the habs. Nice. I like the detail there. Carger and admin. Weapons and armor. Reclaim Warriors are a streamer exclusive. It's pull it on from the raid night Okay, it's pretty standard stuff. Still good to have. Less chaos. Nice little cargo deck. Cargo deck. Admin. This way. 4 sales. Nice. Station admin. What do you sell? Comp boards and diamantium. Whatever that is.
Why the rush, my friend?
I'm always in a rush. On, fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. You monster. I'm not the monster. You are. What? What? Ding. Ad free. Please. There we go.
Engines on.
Little refill. Refuel in progress. Good to go.
Launch sequence complete.
There's a lot of garbage around here, chat.
Landing gear up.
Yep. Can confirm. Who lives on Drury Lane? She's married to the Muffin Man. I still can't believe they got away with that character's name. For some reason, there's no mining locations here, or no mining contracts, I should say. Weird. Rock. Let's go.
Engaged.
Noom. Oh dear. Tweed, thanks so much for the raid. Welcome to those coming across on Tweed's channel. Hopefully having a great day. What are you up to this fine day today, Tweed? What is the happenings? To you too, I say. Or something. I don't know. Goro, welcome. Tweed, welcome. Doing the AA event. Okay, cool. I mean, it's good to see you getting the support you needed. AA is a very important program. It helps people really struggling with addiction. Oh, Alliance Aid. Ah, okay. Also important, I guess. Doing a honking zoom here. Lamp. Lamp off again. I need my eyeballs to work. Damn. Very, very, very cool piece of art. The wormhole entrance. Oop. Give it the beans, and off we go. Did you open it? Correct. Correct, just left click to open. It's a keybind specifically for like deploying it, but it's left click by default and I haven't bothered rebinding it at any point. Noom, noom, noom. Head back to Stanton from Nick's. Transitioned across correctly. Microsoft decided that now is a great time to remind me that there's a new version of the driver available. And we out. Do. Let's go. Go. Okay, I don't know why it's doing the rotate to align thing again. That stopped being a thing a while ago. That's odd. Anyway, we're off again. Doing a noom. Nooming along. In my noom.
Wow.
I don't know why, but something about the filter they apply makes quantum traveling look so much cooler when you're in lamp mode. What I'm trying to tell you here is I love lamp. I don't know if we can still do this. I don't know if it's going to work. We shall see.
I love lamp. Do you really love the lamp, or are you just saying it because you saw it?
I love lamp. I love lamp.
Thank you, Brick. No, this is just the light amplification system you can toggle. The default one still looks the same, but when you turn on the brightness enhancer that is the light amplification program, it looks really cool. If you're quantuming somewhere and you feel like you've seen the same Winamp visualization for too long, toggle. The new J.J. Abrams Star Trek Warp. Yeah, actually, no, I can see that. Let's go. New me along. Agresium? Was Agresium one of the ores I required for those weapons? I really need to get like a list of what items are required for different crafts. It'd also be nice if they had a Moby Glass tab for crafting, so you can look through your blueprints. That'd be great. Anyway. What have we got? Impossible. 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 Nice. Pong. Pating. Whoa. Debris. we go. What have we got? Agresium. That's weird, but okay. Impossible. Apparently my default entirely stock prospector is not the right choice for Kraken Agresium. It's not with the Arbor equipped. It's all impossible. Okay. Go cycle it over a different mining head, I guess.
Mining mode off.
Yeah. Oh dear. Weird. Requesting clearance for landing. We're going in warm, chat. You're down.
Landing gear down. Landing successful.
Speed.
Engines off.
Bobby. Oh, no one's been here before. Noodles, get your noodles. Oh. There's no mining. There's no refinery at this one. Good job, idiot. That would explain why no one's been here. Quick check to make sure this doesn't work. Vending machines should work by now, chat. I've been testing them for years in the prison. But no. There shall be no fun for Feta. I remember these. They're still all over the place, but you used to have to walk up to them and change your civilian clothes to an undersuit. They would just cycle between the two outfits that you had. There's maybe a ship shop here? Huh. Well, not that I found anyway. What's over there? Oh. There's a lot of items in that shop. Okay. There's not a lot of the facilities at this place. Very much a hole in the wall. Nabs. I feel like I'm about to fall asleep, so I might wander off. About 3 hours, 2 hours of which was actually playing the game, 1 hour of which was me watching watching the FPS weapon discussion. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate the company. I've got to fix my stream deck apparently. I don't know why that stopped working. But I will catch you all on the flip side. Love your faces. Take care of yourselves. See you users and see you Sangrupa, see you YouTubers and see you Seraphim. I don't know why I'm so tired today, chat. I think I've got a bit of a cooked immune system at the moment, honestly. But I'm going to send you all across to Astropub. And I'll see you over there. Take care, so take care, folks. See you, Tech Cat. That's a Saber emote. That makes sense.